Okay, we're going to look at the Module 3 assignment now. Okay, you're going to use what you did in Module 2. If you have not done Module 2 yet, you will want to do that. Okay, you can watch the video. The video link is found in the announcement. Okay, if you go to the Module 2 announcement, you can find the video link on how to complete everything. Okay, if you did not complete the R squared with the graph, okay, and you saved your Excel file, you'll go to, if you click on there, and you have your add chart elements, chart options, you can do that. You can also find the correlation to get R, okay? So I've got my equation here and my R squared value. Okay, if you did not get all of that in your first module, go back and watch the video that I created. The video that I created is linked to the Module 2 announcement, okay? So I'm just going to write down my equation here and my R squared value. Okay. And then let's look at the template. Okay, here's our Word document. Okay, remember we're going to delete brackets, and we're going to type in our name. Oops. Okay, you can type in your Module 2 notes here. It's not required. Okay, if you don't want to do that, you can just hit delete. Okay, what is our regression equation? Now yours is going to be different. Mine is 1049x plus 37774. Okay, y equals 104.09x plus that number. Okay, we're going to delete our instructions. Determine what R is and what it means, and determine the strength. Okay, so I have my R squared value of 0.9457. Okay, R is the square root of that. Okay, you can use a calculator. You can go to Excel. Okay, Excel will do calculations. So I can say equals SQ. If you start typing square root, it pulls it up. So I'm going to do the square root of 0.9457 and hit enter. Okay, I didn't type that right. I was wondering why that didn't look right. 0.9457. Okay, so that tells me what R is, 0.972. That's enough decimals. Okay, do at least 2 decimals. So R equals 0.972. Okay. All right, what's the rule? 0. 0 to 0.4 is mild or little. 0.4 to 0.8 is considered moderate, and then above 0.8 is considered strong. Okay, now, since the line goes up, R is positive. Since the line goes up, and that means as square feet increase, so does price. Okay, so we have positive correlation here, and a value of 0.9, it is strong. Okay, let me read the directions here. We found R, we found the strength, and how it looks associated to the graph. Okay, the line goes up, which means as square feet go up, so does list price. Okay, so it's positive R. It's above 0.8, so it is strong. Okay, examine the slope and intercepts. Okay, let me undo that. Well, I'll just turn off the bold and italics. Okay, so my equation. All right, the slope is the number in front of x. And somehow I got different font. Okay, we want to keep everything the same because that way it looks professional. Whoops. Okay. The slope is the number in front of x. Slope in algebra is rise over run. Rise over run. So what that means is x gets bigger by 1. Y increases by 104.09. Okay, what does that mean in terms of our problem? With 1 extra square foot, price increases by 104.09. Okay, now you'll want to write that up in complete sentences. All right, it also asked about the intercept and the value of the land. Okay, there are two ways to think about this. Okay, and it really depends on who you ask. Okay, now we can really only interpret our values from what is here in our graph. Okay, so let's look at my lowest square feet is 1607. My biggest square feet is 6420. 6420. Okay, we don't have any houses, or we don't have any values that don't have that actual land. Okay, so we really can't interpret the value of just the land. Don't want to do that. We really can't interpret that because we don't have those values. Okay, another way of thinking is when x equals 0, y equals 104.09, or 104.09 times 0 plus 3447 would give us just 3447, 4473, 4447. Okay, which means when there's no house, the price equals that value. Okay, there's really two ways to think about that. We're really not supposed to interpret anything other than what's in our original data. Okay, Okay, what R squared means. Okay, let's state our value. R squared equals 0.9457. Now that's mine. Okay, we change it to a percent when we think about this. 94.57%. That means that is the percent of changes in list price that are from square feet. Okay, the percent of list price accounted for by square feet. Okay, the variation in price due to square feet. Okay, if we take 100 minus 94.57, 100 minus 94.57, that would tell us that 5.43% of the variation in prices are due to other things. Let's say things other than square feet. Okay, the condition of the house, where it's located, things like that. Okay, all right, we did that. Now on the conclusion, summarize everything that we found. Okay, so summarize again what we said about comparing your region to the national values. Okay, analyze how slope can identify price changes. Okay, slope is increase in price with increase of 1 square foot. Okay, I'm abbreviating just to make it faster. And what square foot ranges would the graph be best for? So you want to look at your Excel and find your lowest and highest. Okay, and you want to delete all those brackets and parentheses again, and that should be the end. Okay, so summarize everything that was done in this. Okay, now let me go back to a couple things that I've seen some students do. When you find R stays as a decimal. How we find R and what we talk about with R squared are two different things. Okay, R is the correlation between those two things. Okay, it's the correlation between our two variables, which are square feet and price. Okay, and if the module 2 is not completed, you'll want to complete that. And as I said, the module 2 stuff is in the announcements. Okay, if you did not do module 2, you'll need to go through and watch that video to be able to get the scatter plot and the equation. Please use the video that I made because it walks you through step by step. The video that I made is in the announcement to module 2. All right, thank you for watching.